Okay, good day. So our topic for today is about the behavior of the lines in polynomial functions. Okay, so during your grade 8, okay, so your topic, you're talking about the linear equations. Okay, so linear equations is something like y is equals to x plus 2. See, for example, like that. Okay, so if you are identifying the behavior of lines for that, okay, so say for example, this is the graph. Okay, so as you can see that x, okay, so when you are identifying the behavior of the line, so you have to check the leading term. Okay, this is the leading term, and also for the exponent. But since there is no exponent for this given function, well, automatic that there is one for that. Okay, so how? Okay, say for example it's 1 2. Okay, so this is the point. Okay, so the direction of the line for that example is going upward. Okay, okay, so that's for positive. So you have to identify first if the leading term is positive or negative. Since it's positive, so the behavior of the line must be like this. Since the exponent is only 1, okay, so x expected that there is one exponent. Automatic that there is no curve for the line. Okay, that's how the linear equation works. Okay, what about if our leading term is negative x? Okay, negative x plus 2. Okay, so if this is the graph, okay, so the possible behavior of the line for this must be, okay, you have to check first the leading term. So as you can see, it is negative, and then there's no exponent here, but for this you can identify, or you can just only automatically there is an exponent to 1 for this. Okay, and this is negative, and then the exponent must be odd numbers. Okay, so say for example like that. Okay, you have to point like this, so the direction or the behavior of the line must be going like that. Okay, so the other side must be in the second quadrant, and then this is for the fourth quadrant. Okay, so it must be like that. That's for linear equation. Okay, okay, to tell you that in Cartesian plane there is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, so we have to know their functions. Okay, so for quadrant 1, both x and y are positive. Okay, x is equals to positive. Okay, so shall we say like it's positive, and then y is positive. What about for second quadrant? Okay, for second quadrant, so this is x and then this is y. Okay, for second quadrant is x is equals to negative, and then y is equals to positive. Okay, what about for quadrant 3? X must be negative. Okay, negative, and then y must be negative. What about for quadrant 4? Okay, so x must be positive and y must be negative. Okay, so ganun lang siya pag identify. Okay, all of this part, okay, is negative. Okay, so negative, but this, they are all positive. Okay, I hope we are clear to that. Okay, what about if you encounter something like y is equals to x raised to the power of 3? Okay, so or y is equals to x raised to the power of 3. Yes, so if we are going to identify the line for that, well, that's very easy. How? Okay, first thing, okay, if this is the graph, okay, if x squared, okay, or if x, okay, earlier, so if x is equals to, okay, y is equals to x plus 2, if the direction of the line is like this, okay, so like this, so therefore for x raised to the power of 3, okay, this is, there is 1 for that, no, diba? So possibly the entail must be like this. Okay, the behavior of the line must be like this. Okay, so we identify the entail. Okay, this is important. Okay, if you encounter polynomials, check first the leading term. Okay, if you're going to plot it into the graph, check first the leading term. Okay, if leading term is greater than 0, automatic that greater than 0, and then the exponent is an odd number, therefore, the first tail must be in the quadrant 3, and the other tail must be in the quadrant 1. Okay, so assuming that this is, okay, that is the line, that is the behavior of the line. We don't know this part already. We don't know the plattings. We don't know what is inside. But we determine or identify the end tail. Okay? So that's if in case you encountered x raised to the power of 3. Okay, next. What if y is equals to x raised to the power of 2? Okay? As we all know, okay, so the the leading term is a positive, or it is greater than 0, and then the exponent is an even number. So therefore, if this is the graph, the line must be, or the behavior of the line must be like this. Okay? So madali lang siya. If ever y is equals to negative x squared, the leading term is less than 0, and then the exponent is an even number. So if ever you're going to graph that, the end behavior of the line must be going downward. Okay? So ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? So for this, for right, okay, so for right is x is equals positive infinity. Okay? No, hold on. Okay. Hindi makita siya. Okay, for x, okay, for right, okay, right. So x is what? Positive infinity. Okay, positive infinity. Okay, for y, still positive infinity. For left, okay, for left, it must be x is negative, okay, infinity, and y is positive infinity. Okay, ganun lang siya. Okay, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay, so if ever, ganun yung ma-encounter ninyo, so you can just easily plot it into a graph. Okay, so let's have an example. Okay, let's have an example. Okay, so we have, say for example, f of x. Okay, hindi siya makita. Okay, f of x is equals to negative x4 and then plus 4x squared. Okay, so that's our function. First thing you have to do is to identify the possible behavior of the line. So as you can see, it's negative. The leading coefficient is less than 0, and then the exponent is even number, which is 4. Okay, so expecting, okay, so something like that. So the line must be, okay, both end tail must be pointing downward. Okay, so ganun siya. Okay, we don't know yet here what are those numbers. Okay, what are those points? Okay, so say for example, yes, okay, first thing we have to solve the y-intercept. Okay, so y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept. So y-intercept there is, okay, let's set x is equals to 0. And then, okay, so therefore, okay, f of 0, okay, using this given function is equals to negative 0 raised to the power of 4 plus 4 then 0 raised to the power of 2. Okay, so therefore our y is 0. Okay, so our y-intercept is 0, 0. Okay, so for x-intercept, okay, x-intercept, okay, x-intercept, we have, okay, 0, okay, 0 is equals to, okay, negative x raised to the power of 4 plus 4x raised to the power of 2. And then we have to factor. Okay, what is the common factor for x fourth plus for x squared? The common factor is negative x squared. Okay, so x fourth divided by x squared, that's positive x squared. And then 4x squared divided by negative x squared, that's negative 4. Okay, so that's negative 4. Okay. Okay, so now let's simplify. Okay, negative x squared, that's okay, so this is difference of two squares, so we have x plus 2 and then x minus 2. Okay, so we have already, okay, for x, okay, so equated into 0, so x is equals to 0, and then x plus 2 is equals to 0, and then x minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so ganon. Okay, if you're going to plot that, okay, and this, say for example, okay, so yan, okay, 1 2 3 and then this one. Okay, yan. So we have here 0 0. Okay, so 0, okay, for x-intercept, that is okay 0 0, and then for next is negative 2, and then ano, okay, negative 2. Okay, hindi na makita eh. Okay, sa taas natin lagay. Kasi we have here, okay, 0 0, and then negative 2 0. What is 0? Because we are finding the y, the value of y. Okay, so for okay, so 2 and then 0. Ganun lang siya. Okay, so therefore i-plot natin siya dito. So negative 2 is here, positive 2 is here. Okay, so we have already the 3 dots. Now we are going to find the x and y axis. Okay, how? Okay, you have to count every middle. Okay, so say for example, okay, so something like this. So here is y, x, and y. Okay, so ganyan. So ang gagawin mo is, okay, bilang ka ng isa dito. Okay, 4. We have 4. No, not 4. It's 3. Okay, we have 3. Then dito is negative 3, negative 1, and then here is positive 1, and then positive 3. Okay, for next process must be, you have to substitute each of the x or the value of x to this given function. Okay, and then you can now get the value of y, and then you can now plot. So the possible form of the line must be like this. Okay, okay, ganyan siya, possible. Okay, so I hope you are clear to that, and that's for today, and thank you for watching. Okay, bye bye.